Hey guys, Cash out coming at you with a whole new different video. Today's video we'll be doing Thor Ragnarok. As you clearly tell, I'm in a closet today. This closet used to be my mom's room. This whole room was my mom's room. But she let me get the room, and I decided just to move all the hangers and everything to start filming in here because it's all white. It's pretty good and got some good volume, I think. And there's a pretty bright light, so some pretty good light, so you can actually see me instead of in the room where there's like it's beige or like a pink salmon. Anyway, that's off topic. I just want to tell you guys it's a bit better here. Maybe I might set up like some posters or something. I may use this as my average recording studio. Leave in the comments if you guys actually wanted me to record in here more, because you can actually hear me and actually hear echo. Alright, let's get into Thor Ragnarok. What I first think about from the first part is not going to be spoilery. If you do want to see the video, go see the movie, go ahead. I seen it. I had to wait for a couple minutes because I always forget to not charge my batteries. But my battery's finally charged, so now I can actually, record the video. There's a whole bunch of people who already posted their videos, spoilers, non-spoilers. People who I like watching, Variant, Combo Cast, The Emergency Awesome, Black Nerd Comedy, probably all posted their videos, so go to their channels and go watch that, and if you want, come and watch my channel. Anyway, what did I thought about Thor Ragnarok? I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it mostly. I really did enjoy it, and the ratings that they have like a 8.2 out of 10 from IMDb, 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, was technically not actually a movie site grading. It's just what all critics think about like the whole movie. It's not even actually a movie rating site, so a lot of people use that as like standards for movie grading. It really isn't the best for like movie grading. It's just the overall what reviewers think about it. That's what Rotten Tomatoes really is. So anyway, what I thought about it, Chris Hemsworth is a pretty great actor. Mark Ruffalo, great actor. It's just, everyone's a pretty great actor. We did get to see Tom Hiddleston again. He's just so great. Cate Blanchett as the Lady of Death. Hela? Sorry. I was going to say Helga, but it's actually is a Viking name. Helga. So I thought about the movie. It's a pretty great movie. Go and watch it. You guys definitely go watch it. Press pause if you want to press pause and go watch the movie right now, because I do recommend that to anybody. So what did I think about the movie? Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave a little spoiler tag right here. Okay, we're good. Anyway, so what I thought about the movie, it was very fun. We get to see Surtur, who is played by, actually ironically, he's played by Mr. Krabs. Clancy Brown actually got the voice Surtur. I don't know if he actually did like the mocap for it, but Clancy Brown, if you guys don't know, he actually is Mr. Krabs later on, because the other Mr. Krabs died, unfortunately, which is really sad. We got to meet the Grand Master. I think what's his Jeff Goldblum, he's a funny guy. Alex Wave, he makes it a little bit better, but the Grandmaster isn't really like that. The best way I can like give you guys like a great recommendation if you don't want to read the comics and looking for the perfect book is hard. Go watch Ultimate Spider-Man. It's like season 3 or 4, where they actually have like a versus episode of Ultimate Spider-Man where they versus a couple of the Avengers versus some villains. It's actually a pretty decent idea of what the Grandmaster and his brother are really like. That's the best recommendation I could give you, because they have never really had their debut. And we get to see the Executioner, played by Carl Urban. I'm not going to pronounce his last name, so his name's right there. The Executioner was basically a meaningless character. He had nothing to the story, except a little bit of comedy here and there, and he died kind of sadly. He was a traitor to his people, and then he betrayed betrayed the betrayed Lady of Death, and then he died at the end by deciding to help out his friends. Maybe help out his people, not really his friends, his people. Mark Ruffalo was a pretty great. I was so happy when they actually allow the Hulk to talk. I am so happy. Like, this is the first time I actually saw the Hulk talk in the whole MCU. Not the very first time, because he talked a few here and there, but this is the very first time we actually got to see the Hulk talking. A lot more emotion. He was a lot more fun to hang around with. I definitely like hanging out with the Hulk. There was this one part during the fight, if you guys just see the trailer, where Thor tries to do the high noon off of Avengers Age of Ultron, which a lot of people say is more like a Rise of Ultron, or like a Weekend of Ultron. Did not laugh long. So, it did not work, because one, he's not a beautiful actress, two, a grown giant Jack dude tried to calm down a more Jack and green dude. That ain't gonna work. It's gonna end with a punch. What I've thought of a Chris Hemsworth. Well, you know what? Let me get to Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston comes again as one of the best actors / anti-hero. This is more of a redemption arc for Loki. Lately, Loki's character is becoming more and more of a redemption arc throughout the Thor movies. He's never been so evil in the Thor movies. I mean, to a point, yes, he was evil enough to leave his father, and apparently he depowered him and magically did something with him, make him think that he was just a normal old man. Probably he left him at a retirement home. That was really messed up. And he just left him there and decided just to be the king of Odin and tricking all of Asgard. So Tom Hiddleston, great actor. He's just killing it. I really like him. He's always so sneaky and sly. Just oh man, just imagine just taking acting lessons like, I got you, Thor. They do talk about a few things that happen in the comics, like he gets changed into a frog, like pretty much all of Loki's favorite tricks. Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett as my favorite. She's not my all-time favorite villainess, but she is one of my favorite right now. I do like her. The story with her, this is a spoiler, big spoiler. Apparently, spoiler, I'm gonna leave a spoiler tag. Loki and Thor are brothers. She's their sister. So Odin had a daughter that he waged war for Asgard. Surprisingly, Vikings were violent. She was pretty much like an out-of-control chainsaw, and as soon as Thor was given birth, he saw the need for preserving life and need to calm. So he decided to, try to calm her down and try to show her the better things in life, and it's not always about kill, and death. But she is the goddess of death, and he had to take her away. So he had to send her to the underworld, where she could, can't escape. But she did try to escape once, and that's when we meet Valkyrie Tison Thomas. Seriously? How come we can't have more easy names like this? That's where she comes into this picture. Her background story was briefly hit where Loki did read her mind. We got a little bit of a flashback. She did talk about briefly with Hulk and Thor, but briefly me going over it. Odin to go see if she was the Lady of Death was coming. His daughter was trying to free herself. Her Valkyries. The Valkyries are like a group of, they were like Amazon women going into stopping her from escaping. Sorry, escaping the underworld. but most of them all died out, so she was pretty much the only survivor. Speaking of death, so many people have died. Oh man, the Warriors 3, all three of them, dude, they died. They died so fast. We get the first two, his first two friends dead, and it's really sad because these guys were. We got to see them like a couple Thor movies. Who plays Han Gong? I'm not even gonna attempt, but he actually gets to talk. He doesn't really get to talk that much in the Thor movies, but he actually gets to talk, and I am so happy we actually get to hear him talk. But he dies so instantly and fast. So, in the arms of an angel. Hopefully he has fun, and just hopefully, it felt so sad and just so he really did fight against her, and I got commended for doing that. He stood up even after like going up to pretty much going up to death's door. He tried his best. He did not win. He did not win, but he tried his best, and I commend him for that. And I don't know if you guys are gonna be mad about this, but Lady Sif, we do not get to see her. No reference to her, no mention to her. She didn't even die in like the Warriors 3, like the actual 3 guys die instantly. But with Lady Sif, no mention of her, no even sight of her. I don't know where she is. Probably protecting Asgard. That's why she probably took some of the guards to handle some of Asgard, because she probably figured out what Loki was doing, and probably figured out that he's obviously not Odin. I think that she was doing, because that's what I want to believe that she was doing, because we don't get to see Jamie Alexander at all, and I'm really sad because she was so great and she's so beautiful, and I really wish that we get to see her more in the Thor movies, but no, we didn't. Another people who have died, but died from natural causes because he's super old, was Odinson. He actually did die through natural causes, and as soon as he died, his daughter came back because he was dying, and that's pretty much starts Ragnarok. And I'm just really, it was touching here and there, but pretty much they made him a kind of a mixed type of father figure, not like the usual type of father figure we usually get. Pretty messed up how he treats his kids, manipulating chess games, always trying to keep him thinking. He is sometimes a good father here and there, but with his daughter, he pretty much made her into a monster. But not even just a monster, just an eager and wanting death. It's just really sad how he made her into that, and it really did show in her character. Cate Blanchett really did a good job showing how much anger and disdain she had towards her father. And pretty much in the actual comic book and the actual book, she's not the sister of Thor and Loki, which probably would make a little bit more sense. She's actually the daughter of Loki, which is, some of you, if you guys wanted a recommendation, Season 1 of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the best series ever. I suggest you guys watch the whole season. Season 1 and Season 2, they got canceled after Season 2, which was really sad, but they got to finish it, so we have to see Thor in there. We got to see Thanos. But definitely watch Season 1 and Season 2, gets really good. Season 1, we actually get to see Goddess of Death, Hela. It's good. We actually do get to see some information that she was actually Loki's daughter, and they actually keep it fairly comic accurate there. I was a little disappointed that they didn't keep it fairly comic accurate. And if you guys didn't know, Thor does lose his eye during the third battle. It was towards the end of the movie. He actually loses his eye. So in the movie promotion, he has both eyes were glowing. Only one eye was glowing. They made a thing so both eyes were glowing. Nope, he lost an eye. He has no eye. So that's really disappointing. Thor has only one eye now. So we actually get to see Doctor Strange briefly. Doctor Strange disappearing, reappearing, different points throughout his loft. It's just weird and freaky and making Thor all trippy. Now, to get to Chris Hemsworth finally, Chris Hemsworth, he was not my personally my favorite. I would say Tom Hiddleston and Mark Ruffalo were my personal favorite, and, you know, of course, the actual big behemoth, the Hulk, was my personal favorite, but I did not like Thor. I did like him more in the action scenes, but he actually, how I felt about him, I felt like I was watching an SNL Thor. This was not what I saw for Thor. And I remember seeing some of the interviews, like, he's like, oh, we're going to do a lot more comedy, a little bit more comedy. I get to cut my hair out to put, like, the extension anymore, so that's good. But I'm like, I wanted to see a Thor movie, not SNL Thor. And that's what I felt like I got in the movie, an SNL Thor, and that made me a little disappointed. And it brought me down a little bit in the hype of watching Thor. Personally, I feel like some superhero movies should be a little bit more serious. When we're facing Ragnarok, we have to be a little bit more serious. At the beginning of the movie, we get to see Thor instantly try to stop Ragnarok by preventing it by taking Surtur's crown in the movie. Thor actually gets to fight Surtur in the first part of the movie, pretty much defeats him and then leaves, and then keeps the crown on Asgard, and then he recruits Loki, and then he'll fight his father, but his father dies, and he'll rise. It's just whole thing, thing after thing after thing. And Hamnell actually hides his sword. That actually is the key to the Bifrost, so that's a good thing, I guess. He's protecting most of the people there. The Warriors 3 try to defend people, but they all die. It's tragic, and I'm just so sad that all three of them died. It went so fast. I really wanted to see him in Avengers Age of the Avengers Infinity War. So I don't know if this was actually confirmed, but I heard this was confirmed. Hela is actually the goddess of death that Thanos have actual emotion. He loves her. He really does love her, but you know she hates. She doesn't really love anything. She loves death, and that's really her big thing. And he will never be able. It's more or less an unrequited love that he will never have, but he always will try. So I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. I wanted to give it lower, but I loved the movie, and the action was so good. The CGI really good. Especially for the Hulk, it was pretty good for the Hulk. The Hulk was actually a little bit more comedic, and they actually had the separation personality disorder actually much better than they usually have it for it. So there actually is a separation personality now. The Hulk is like, oh, you're Banner's fan, you're not my friend. He's jealous. I feel like he's jealous of like Banner because everybody loves Banner. But Banner is jealous of Hulk because Hulk, not just that, but Hulk kept him down for 2 years. So he doesn't remember everything that happened. He instantly goes back to the Avengers Age of Ultron, which I love that they crapped on that movie so much. They continuously crapped on it, and I really did love how much they crapped on it. And it's just so messed up how many times they just keep messing with it. And that was towards like the beginning of when Hulk was finally calming down enough so Banner could finally shine through. And I really do love Banner's little moment. He is like, with Valkyrie, he's like, you want to know who I am? I'll show you. He jumps out of the plane, and he lands right next to the wolf, and he pretty much dies. He lands like a dead person, like, oh no. And then the wolf goes and tries to attack the innocent people, and then the Hulk grabs his tail and slams him down. I'm like, oh, I was like, oh my goodness, they just killed Banner. I was like, oh, that's not how it went in the movie. When he did that the first time, he instantly turned into the Hulk. Or did he? He might just died a bit. Ah, man. I really love the whole cast. The whole cast is very fun. Apparently Lou Ferrigno played the Hulk, so I'm going to leave that there. Um, got the whole cast list up here. Everybody did a great job, and Korn is not what I expect for an actual... I want to talk about Korn, because he was actually... he was in the movie here and there. He wasn't actually what I thought about when I think about Korn. I suggest you guys watch Thor... Planet Thor, or read the comic Planet Thor if you guys want to get more information about it. He was a little bit more comedic and a little bit, I wouldn't say dumb, but you know, not as smart. Less warrior-y, and that go exactly for Chris Hemsworth. Too comedy centric. I shined up for a Thor movie, not Iron Man. The other hand, comics, the jokes. Just too many jokes. To the point where sometimes it felt a little bit forced. And sometimes I didn't like it all the time. I laughed most of the time, but at the inside I was like, oh, I really wanted to just watch a Thor movie, not Iron Man or Captain America. It's just, I wanted to see just a Thor movie and a little bit more serious tone with the movie. But they kept, you know, a little bit more and more and more jokes. So at the end of the movie, we actually get to see Thor finally taking charge of his family by, first thing first, letting Surtur out and actually started Ragnarok to making a whole new legacy for his family. Pretty much Asgard is the people, not the home. So he allowed Surtur out to destroy Asgard, and since he could destroy Hilda, he allowed her to just fight Surtur endlessly. They're in the endless cycle. She can't die, he can't die. They're in an endless cycle, so they'll probably just, you know, continuously trying to kill each other. So that's what they're doing now. I don't know what's going on in the next movie. All I know is I can't wait for Infinity War, and I really hope they get a little bit less stupid with it. And I hope Thor's a little bit more serious next time. That's all I hope. And I know his time with him has probably made him a little bit more jokey, but I really want to see a little bit more of a serious type of Thor. It makes me want to go back and watch the original Thor and Thor 2. We actually don't get to see Jane at all, which is disappointing. She's, I forgot her name, but she's an amazing actress. I'm going to leave her name right here. She's an amazing actress, and I really wish we get to see her. I also get to see Lady Thor, if that's ever possible. Or just, I really wanted to see more people, and the people we got, it's okay. It's just, it's not like a small cast. It felt very contained. The focus on the 80s theme. The 80s theme wasn't as bad, but at some point it got a little bit tenuous. That way we were on Scar, the planet where Planet Hulk usually takes place in the comics. So yes, this movie for me, 7.5 out of 10. Good movie. Definitely go watch. You'll laugh your butt off. Sorry, popcorn kernel. You definitely laugh your butt off, and you definitely feel a little bit better coming out of the movie. You definitely probably disagree with me, but IDB gives it 8.2 out of 10. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm wrong. I definitely don't give this my highest rating for a movie that it's in the MCU, and people are always going to say, oh, it was the best movie ever. I can't believe it. It was so good. Thor was so funny. I just really wish they took a little bit more serious tone with it. Not like the overly serious tone. I gotta save my cousin or save my brother. Just not the over serious tone. Just a little bit less of a jokey tone with it. But very good movie. Definitely go watch it. I don't know if you should bring your kids to watch it, but definitely go watch it. Very fun movie, and we have to see what Thor is the god of. So I just want to say, you guys, peace out. Bye.